Breaking news out of the state of California. As of today, March 5th, 2021, we have received news that theme parks of all sizes will be eligible for reopening starting April 1st. There is so much to talk about here, but first thing I have to say is that this is incredible news. Being a roller coaster enthusiast in Southern California has not been easy. My home parks here in SoCal, specifically Knott's, SeaWorld, Disneyland, and Magic Mountain, mean the entire world to me. It's now been approximately 1 year since those parks closed and well over a year since I last visited these places, so hearing this news is some of the best news I've heard in months. Now let's talk about some of the information we've been given. Firstly, it may be important to note that there are some caveats here. Theme parks may only reopen on April 1st if their counties are in the red tier, which is the second least restrictive tier out of the 4. The way it goes is purple, then red, then orange, then yellow. If your county is in the purple tier, then this is known as widespread, where a county has a COVID positivity rate of 7 or higher per 100,000 residents. Then it's the red tier, which is where we need to be to reopen our parks. This is 4 to 7 cases per 100,000 residents. Following this is the orange or moderate tier, 1 to 3.9 cases per 100,000. Lastly, the yellow tier or minimal tier is 1 case or less per 100K. The original theme park guidelines for California were announced last year, and they were a heck of a lot more strict. To reopen our large theme parks like Disneyland, Universal Studios, Magic Mountain, etc., we had to be in the yellow tier, which is crazy unrealistic. For smaller parks, it had to be orange. Now, we have all the parks paired up for a red tier reopening, which is so much more realistic and something I am so happy to hear. Let's now talk about restrictions, because of course, a theme park reopening in these times comes with a lot of restrictions and protocols. Of course, the most obvious thing here is that all guests must be wearing a mask covering to enter the park. Personally, this has never bothered me. It's easy to live your life with a mask on. It literally takes no effort to do. Next up, let's talk about capacity. When we fall into the red tier, theme parks will be allowed to reopen with 15% capacity, which is low, but it's a heck of a lot better than 0. If we enter the orange tier, theme parks will be able to operate with 25% capacity, and lastly, yellow tier will mean 35%. I personally really like how the capacity of a park is fluctuating depending on the tier your county is in, even if I think it should be slightly higher than 15 in the start. But again, that is so much better than 0, if you know what I mean. It's also important to note that there will be no indoor dining and serious restrictions to indoor rides and attractions. This will make things difficult for Disney and Universal especially, but nothing that'll be impossible. Last thing I want to talk about is our status right now. As you all know, we have been declining in COVID-19 rates significantly over the past few weeks. This is a step in the right direction for sure, and it's definitely a good sign for recovery to this massive spike in cases and deaths we had recently dealt with. Seeing this progress is fantastic news, and regardless, most counties in California sit in the purple tier though. Not for long in my opinion though. It is projected that both LA County, where Magic Mountain and Universal Studios reside, and Orange County, where Knott's and Disneyland reside, will fall into the red tier within the coming weeks. San Diego County, featuring SeaWorld and Legoland, should closely follow as well. And some of the counties in Northern California are already here. In my opinion, our current progress shows that it's a no-brainer we'll be clear to open all parks in the state by April 1st. This is truly amazing news, guys, and I am so excited that we'll finally be able to head back to our favorite California theme parks after an entire year. To quickly wrap things up, I urge you all to support these parks when they do reopen, but only if you're willing to take the proper safety procedures. This is important in creating a safe environment for those visiting the parks. Anyways, I'd love to see some comments down below about this excellent news. Are you as excited as I am to get back to the parks? And which ones will you go to first? Let's get some discussions going. Also, it would mean the world to me if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel if you found it informative. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great weekend.